So I wanted to do a little video about the changes that I made to the Stealth Pro here since originally, when I originally bought it. Um, One thing is I moved the bag mount forward, which works quite well. It's a little closer to the oar, which sometimes can make it a little tough to get it pulled out, especially when I've got the one of the pole holders in there if I'm on a lake doing some lake fishing. I made this mount, and it can set either way, but I have it set that way, and then I have three different pole holders here. Of course, everything's Scotty, since the mounts that go in the under this plate, like where these mount, are all Scotty mounts. So all the holders are Scotties. This is a pretty conventional. It's pretty big for this boat, but I had it around. This is a new one they call their bait casting one. This works really well for my bait casting rod and the fly rod. And this is the fly rod version, and it works well. You drop the fly rod in and then rotate it around, and it'll just lay there. The reel will sit here with and you can convert it from right to left hand, and then it has this strap that goes over it, holds it in. This one also has a strap that goes over the top that'll be a safety for the pole, but that really, I find that this one, you do kind of want that on there. Although if you just have the reel laid over in that slot there, it works fine and you really don't need it. I moved the bar forward to the forward ones, which works good for me. The other thing that I did was I put carabiners on all the mounts here, so when the seat goes in, I just carabine it to there, and I don't have to mess with the loops anymore and restringing all this stuff a second time. Speeds things up in getting it ready to go fish. I got a net with a gear keeper on it, so when I'm fishing I just clip it right onto here, and it'll just sit and lay like this on the boat. Sometimes I'll have it up just sitting there like that, and it works fine, and it never can go anywhere. If it falls in, I got it held with a gear keeper. I bought the anchor mount, and that works really well. I just bought this inexpensive rope at Home Depot. I think it's like $2.50, or it was, for this. And then I recently lost my GoPro in about 30 feet of water, and I didn't know exactly how deep it was, so I'll show you how I marked this fly, or the anchor rope. So I've got marks at all the way up to 50 feet, but I just took some shrink tube and marked on it, and that 10 feet, if it's up there in front where I'm handling it, where I normally sit, so the length from there to the bottom would be 10 feet deep, and I factored in the distance between here. So and it goes all the way up to, like, say, 50 feet. And I also just put a little tick mark with a felt pin on the rope, and because I've even had this one on the 20-footer, it slid off, the shrink tube did, and but I could still find it because I have two ticks for the 20-footer. But this works really good, and because it's Scotty, I can take it out, and I could mount it over here on this one, so it'd be right off the side. So if the wind was blowing and I wanted to be facing a certain way, I could mount it there. I could theoretically mount it up there, wouldn't matter. They're all interchangeable, of course, since it's Scotty. They're all Scotty mounts. And so I don't think there's any other. Oh, I did buy a Coleman, one of those red Coleman pumps, which speeds the process up for getting the initial air into it. You have to have the valves down in that position while you pump it up with that pump, but it'll get you to about 70%, 75%. So again, that really speeds up the length of time it takes to actually get the boat up and running. And of course, I have the other video online where I use the boat goes into this bag, the Outcast bag, and I did a review on it already, and this works really good for transportation. I usually just leave it in the back of our car when we're traveling. We live full-time in that, and so I usually, anywhere we're going, the boat goes with me, and hopefully we're going somewhere where there's a lake. This last summer, on the way back, actually spring, we went to Provo, Utah, and I fished the Provo River there. But there is a couple lakes up there that I'd like to try out with this. So next year we may end up staying a little longer and doing that. But anyway, that's the updates. Oh, this of course can be put pretty much anywhere on the boat where you have a flotation tube. I suppose in theory there's just no place to put it here because this is all connected. So but it works good, and I could move things side to side if I wanted. I could convert those. I actually have one more Scotty mount just like this one, and this bolt pattern of course is Scotty because the plate's in here, so I could just get some longer screws and I'd have two Scotty mounts right here, so I could actually mount the anchor right here off the side and have my fishing pole there at the same time. But anyway, it's working really good. A great boat, does everything I need it to do. One thing I haven't done is put it in any rivers and ran down any rivers yet, but hopefully we'll do that this summer more than once, probably the Deschutes. That's it for now.